Ever wondered how our ancestors, 30,000 years ago, managed to snooze through winters when the thermometer plunged to a bone-chilling minus 40 degrees Celsius? Seriously, that's cold enough to freeze your eyelashes off. But here we are, descendants of these incredibly tough, ingenious folks. How did they do it without turning into human ice pops? Let's dive in and uncover the amazing survival secrets of our Paleolithic pals. First off, let's set the scene. We're talking about the peak of the last ice age, roughly 24,000 to 21,000 years ago. Giant ice sheets covered North America and Northern Europe, and huge glaciers hugged mountain ranges. Yet, our ancestors, Homo sapiens, who'd mostly hung out in warmer places, decided to move right into these frozen zones. Surviving these insane temperatures wasn't just about luck, it was about smarts, teamwork, and some serious adaptability. And trust me, their methods were way more sophisticated than you might imagine. Okay, so shelter. When you picture early humans, you might think of them chilling deep inside caves, right? Well, that's mostly a myth. While they did use rock shelters, they rarely went deep inside. Instead, they were more like super-skilled engineers, adapting these natural shelters or building their own. During the slightly less brutal months, they'd construct dome-shaped huts, often partially dug into the earth for extra insulation. But here's where it gets wild in places like Ukraine and Russia. They built houses using the bones of mammoths. Imagine that a house made of giant, ancient elephant bones. These structures, covered with sod or animal hides, could keep the inside a cozy 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than the outside air with just a small fire. For nomadic life, mobile shelters allowed them to follow migrating game. Ingenious, right? They were insulation experts too. Upper Paleolithic shelters often had inner linings and outer weatherproof layers, creating their own microclimates. They used layered insulation like pros, animal hides with fur side in to trap warm air, dried grass and moss to wick away, moisture, and woven mats of reeds or bark to block wind. And guess what else they used? Snow. They'd pack snow around their shelters for an extra layer of insulation. Every tiny crack was meticulously sealed. Hides were overlapped like shingles, making them waterproof. Windbreaks out of snow, branches, or bones provided further protection. Heating was critical, of course. Hearths were always in the center of their shelters, reflecting heat off rock walls. They were masters of fire management, getting the most heat out of the least fuel. For light and warmth, they had cool little stone lamps, burning animal fat with moss wicks. They even thought about ventilation carefully, placing vents to let smoke out without letting too much precious heat escape. Some built semi-subterranean homes, leveraging the Earth's natural insulation below 6 to 8 feet. Soil temperatures are much more stable. Now let's talk fashion Ice Age style. Simple clothing wasn't going to cut it. Our ancestors needed serious gear. Animal hides were the ultimate material, from basic loincloths to incredibly complex stitched garments. They used hides from mammoths, bison, reindeer, and bears. They also incorporated materials like wool, linen, moss, flax, tree bark, and grasses. But here's the kicker: around 30,000 years ago, they invented the needle. This was a total game changer. Made from bone or ivory, these needles allowed them to tailor clothing, creating tight-fitting layered garments. They'd wear 3 to 4 layers, each serving a specific purpose, with inner layers having fur to trap warm air. They had leggings, tunics, hats made of leather, and even moccasin-like shoes. Just look at Otzi the Iceman, a later example, who had waterproof shoes, made from deer and bear skin, a sheepskin coat, and leggings. They were practically ready for a modern Arctic expedition. Fire was their best friend, providing not just warmth and light, but also protection from scary predators. Humans have been using fire for a really, really long time. But by the Middle Paleolithic, it became an everyday essential, a permanent fixture in their homes. And what about dinner? Paleolithic humans were omnivores, but in those super cold regions, they relied heavily on animal products. They ate lean meats along with tubers, seeds, nuts, fruits, and berries when available. Some scientists even think they cooked food to defrost frozen meat. Food storage was another incredible feat. In permafrost areas, they had underground storage, chambers connected to their winter shelters, essentially natural refrigerators. They'd even cache meat underwater, tying it to the bottom of lakes or air dry it. They also had methods like fermentation, salting, and smoking to preserve food. Some groups were all about long-term storage, while others lived more day-to-day, always on the hunt. Tools were fundamental. Stone tools helped them process food, build shelters, and make clothing. Bone needles were crucial for tailoring. Scrapers cleaned animal hides, and awls helped pierce them. They even had burins, stone chisels, to make other tools like harpoons. They were basically the MacGyvers of the Ice Age. But beyond the tech and gear, it was all about community. Survival was a team sport. Language and storytelling were vital for sharing knowledge across generations. Stories, music, dance, and art weren't just entertainment. They were how they passed down critical information about their environment. This need for precise knowledge. Transmission led to complex teaching methods and cultural practices. They even used mnemonic devices like notched sticks to remember routes. Talk about smart. Their cognitive skills were off the charts too. Toolmaking required serious problem solving and an understanding of materials. Physically, humans are naturally good at long-distance running, which probably helped with hunting. But above all, their ability to adapt and innovate was truly remarkable. They constantly adjusted to changing climates and resources. It's pretty mind-blowing, isn't it? The legacy of these Ice Age innovations is immense. Their ability to survive those brutal winters allowed them to colonize huge parts of the world. These survival techniques profoundly impacted human evolution and expansion, laying the groundwork for all future civilizations. So, next time you're snuggled up in your warm bed, spare a thought for your incredible ancestors, who literally froze their way into history, making it possible for us to be here today. Pretty awesome, right?